Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So, in the last few videos, we have seen how to create a Maven project and how to commit code in a Git repository. Now, we will move one step further and we will see how to build through Jenkins. So, in this video, we will see following topics which I have mentioned in the notepad. One is what is Jenkins and how to download it and how to create a job, how to run a build in Jenkins, and how to automatically run a Jenkins job. Okay, now let me open one diagram here. Okay, so this is the Jenkins diagram, and if you see here, it says that it is end-to-end CD pipeline management. Okay, so what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a continuous integration and continuous development tool through which I can make sure that all my code is continuously integrating and continuously deploying. Okay, so if you see under Jenkins, there's a complete pipeline given. Okay, it means that as soon as you commit your code, after that there is a build and configuration happens at the Jenkins site, and after that there is a scanning and testing done, and it can be your unit testing, it can be your integration testing, then there's a release, and then there's a deployment. Okay, and it may possible that there are few more things which we can do on Jenkins. For example, another test, we can do a unit testing and integration testing, and we can do some other testing also. And if we are doing a UI testing, for example, we are doing a Selenium testing, we can adjust it after a deployment. Okay, because once my deployment is done, then I would be able to do a UI testing. So there would be one more box here for our Selenium testing. All right. So this is a complete pipeline which a Jenkins can handle. All right. And mostly what I have seen that Jenkins are on the cloud server. So they are not on a local machine, they are on the cloud server. And basically those are called the enterprise Jenkins, which we have in most of the companies. And this enterprise Jenkins take the part of this everything, CI/CD. Okay, continuous integration, continuous deployment. So whatever the developer commit the code, after that that code get built. Let's say your developer is building some application, so they will commit the code, that code get built. After that, some unit testing and integration testing happen automatically, and after that, release and deployment happen everything automatically. Before few years, this was done all manually. Okay, but nowadays every company is trying that all this work can be happen automatically, and Jenkins is the one which will manage all these things. And after deployment, the UI testing, that is this testing in Selenium, can be done. Okay, through Jenkins itself. So in this video we will see how we can do that. And one more thing, Jenkins is just one application which is doing that, but in market there are many applications available. For example, there is a Bamboo application also, and that work in the same way as a Jenkins is working, but both companies are different. Okay, but right now we will see how the Jenkins work. All right, so that was a brief introduction, and now we will see how can we achieve that. So to work with Jenkins, first we have to install that. So let me just go to a Google site and install Jenkins. So Jenkins application is a web application which is created in Java. So it's in, it's a free application. You can just type here, download Jenkins, and it's a war file. I will say war. Okay. So you can go to this download jenkins.io. All right. And when you scroll down, you will see here which says Jenkins Java package.war. All right. So you can just click on that and it will download onto your computer. Okay. So I have already downloaded it. So I will not, I'm just canceling it. I don't want to download again. All right. So wherever the Jenkins is there on your computer, you can put it somewhere like on C drive. So I have put under software in my computer. So C drive, and under software I have put. Okay, because normally I install everything into the software. Okay, so this is jenkins.war file. Now what we have to do, we have to launch this application. So because this is a Java based application, what I will do, I will just open the command prompt. First I will do a rename and copy this jenkins.war, And now in the address bar, I am typing cmd. I will get a command prompt. In the command prompt, I will write java dash jar and then my file name jenkins.war, and I will hit on enter. Okay, so as soon as you hit on enter, you will see that it will try to do something. It will try to, like install something onto your computer, and I will show you the place also where it's installing all those things. Okay, so I have already done that once, and I am doing that at the second time now. So I think there is some problem occur. So it says that container startup failed. Okay, so something gone wrong. Let me see if my Jenkins is not already up and running. Localhost 8080. Okay, so it seems that Jenkins is up. Let me see why it got me an error. Okay, seems I have already started it. Let me just try it to log in. So once this is installed and running, you can just go to here and you can just go to the port 8080. So you have to type localhost 8080. All right, and the password which I have set is admin. All right. Okay, so now my Jenkins is open. But for you, because you will be doing it for the first time, let me show you the screen there, because there are two more screens which you get before you get this password screen. Let me just log out. So before the screen comes up, there are two more screen which comes up on your screen because you would be doing for the first time. So I have just took a snagget of that. Let me show you. So, okay. So the first time when you will installing the Jenkins, it will show you this screen. Let me just zoom it if it's possible. Yeah. So this is the screen which you will get, okay? And while installing, like we have done with the command prompt, it will say something like that: an admin user has been created and password generated, and it will give you some numbers here, okay? So what you can do, just copy this number somewhere and put it into the notepad. So I have also put this admin password into the notepad. Okay, so put this password here. Now the second screen which you get when you launch Jenkins would be like as soon as you will type here localhost and under that 8080. So 8080 is a port number because Jenkins application by default start on 8080. This port number can be changed, but for now we will keep it 8080 only, and we hit on enter. Okay, so there is a second screen which you will get. Let me show you that screen also, for which I have took this nugget. So it says unlock Jenkins and it will ask you for the admin password. So what you have to do, you have to just copy this admin password and you have to put it here. All right. Once it is done, it will ask you that you create an admin, that you create a admin ID and password, and you can just give admin and admin there. Okay, so I have already done this step, that's why it is not showing you, but I'm just showing you how it will come at your computer when you will do it. Okay, so now I can just type the ID and password which I have set, admin. Okay, now this dashboard has been opened for Jenkins. This is the main dashboard through which you will execute all your Jenkins job. All right, so here you will see uh, there are items like new item, manage Jenkins. So first of all, you can click on manage Jenkins. All right. Under the manage Jenkins, you can go here which says Maven plugins. All right. So under the manage plugins. So under the manage plugins, so there can be different plugins which are needed in your Jenkins, and on your need basis you can install those plugins. So if you go here like available, so there are many plugins which are available. Okay, and there are some plugins which are already installed at your Jenkins. Okay, and because also one more thing, because you will be doing for the first time, so maybe when you try to log into Jenkins, it will try to install the plugin by its own. So it may take like 5-10 minutes to get to the dashboard. Okay, because I have done one time, so it's already installed many of the plugin in my computer. But what you need to do, so there are three plain plugin which you need to install, and those plugins are: one is Maven, and another is Git, and the third one is testng. Okay, and why we want to install those plugins? So that we can use them while we are creating a job. So here, when you go to available under filter, you can just type, for example, testng. Okay, so once it come, you can just hit on install. In my case, I have already installed the testng, and you can also type git. Okay, so whatever you get with the name of git, you can install that. I have already installed. I can show you that list also. Okay, so if I give git here, okay, you can see all are these with the git name, like git client plugin, which is the main plugin we need to install, git parameter, git server plugin. It's telling me to uninstall it if I want, but I don't want to do that. Okay, and these are all the git plugin which you just need to click and you to install it. Okay, and the other which one I have told you is the Maven. So we have to make sure wherever the Maven is, we have to install that. For example, if you see here, it says Maven release plugin, Maven invoker plugin, Maven dependency update trigger. So you need to click that and you need to click on install. Okay, it's already installed on my machine, so I don't have to do that, but you can do from your side. Okay, and the another is testng. All right, so for testng, there is a plugin called testng result plugin. So you just need to click on that. And this plugin is used for generating the reports on Jenkins of the testng. Okay, so once it is done, my all plugins are installed. I will go to manage Jenkins again, and then there is an option called configure global security. Sorry, it's called global tool configuration. So you have to go on to this option. Okay. All right. So if you go to this option, it asks you few things. For example, it asks you for the JDK installation. Okay, so it asks you where your Java is. So what you have to do under JDK installation, you have to give the name as Java underscore home, and in Java home you have to give the path of the Java which is on your computer. Okay, after that you have for the Git, it's default and git.exe will already be there, so you don't have to worry about that. And we don't have to give anything into Gradle because we are not using Gradle, we are using Maven. You don't have to give anything for the end because we are using Maven, we are not using end. Yes, now for Maven. Okay, so for Maven, if you click on this button, okay, Maven installation, what you have to do for the name, you have to give Maven home. If it's not there, you can just click on add Maven. You can give Maven home, and here you can give the path of your Maven where you have installed. Okay, and after that, that's it. Click on save and click on apply. All right, so that's mean the complete configuration has been done. Now what we need to do, let me go to Jenkins. Okay, so if you see there are various panels given here, and there is one item which is called new item. All right, let me click on this. Still loading. Just wait for a while. Okay, so as soon as I have clicked on the new, it asks me for my project name. Okay, and after that I have many options, but for us, because we know it's a Maven project, any Maven project, if it's a Selenium Maven project, if it's your API Maven project, or if it's your mobile Maven project, like API Maven project, you just give your name. So I am giving here demo 3. Okay, and after that you have to click on this Maven project. There are many other options available, but we will do just Maven project right now, and we click on OK. All right. Now here we need to give the description. So I will give something dummy like my demo code. Okay. And here you don't have to do anything. Okay. So scroll down under source code management. It says none or git. And you know that our code is on the git because in the previous video we have seen how to, like commit our code in git. So this is my git. So I need to give the URL of this git here. Okay. So what I will do, I will click on here and I will copy this URL of my Git. Okay, and I will click on add, click on Jenkins, and I will give my password of my Git. So that would be Ramani underscore Naresh at yahoo.com, and I will give my password. Okay, and I will click on add. So we have given for the Git URL. Let's scroll down. Let this check mark be check build trigger. Okay, and now, so what I want that whenever I commit my code automatically, my Jenkins will do a build and test all my test cases. So for that, I will do a poll SCM. Okay. In the poll SCM, it accept a particular format. If I click on this question mark, okay, in this question mark, it tells me that you know you can poll SCM in this format. And what poll SCM means, it means that you have to poll your SCM, that is source code management. You can poll your Git, like in every 1 minute my Jenkins will check if something is committed or not, or in every 10 minutes, or in every hour, or every Sunday my Jenkins will check if something is committed or not, and according to that it will build a project and run the test cases on the Jenkins server. Okay, so here I can just use this format. So as it says, it has 5 fields. Okay, and normally these are the 5 fields. See, this is star space star space star space star space star. Okay, so these are the 5 field. Okay, if I click outside, it will say would last have or would last have run at Wednesday 31st October, would next run at Wednesday 31st October. So I am saying here that run it anytime. Okay, but what I will do, instead of running anytime, I want that my Jenkins do polling in every 2 minutes. All right, so see, first option is for 2 minutes, first option is for minutes, so I have given for every 2 minutes, then is hour, then is day, and then month, and then day of the week. All right, so these are the 5 options which I have, but I have given that it should poll every 2 minutes. All right, so after that I will scroll down. Let me just close this from here. Okay, so build environment, I don't have to give anything. There are some preset steps, so let's assume that before doing a build, or before executing your test, we want to something to run from our shell command, or through our batch command, so we can do that from here. Okay, so we don't want anything to do like that. Now we have to give the path of our Maven POM. So here it's given pom.xml. So in my Git, wherever the root folder is, it will go there and will try to find out POM. So this is my root folder. The first folder of my project is the root folder, and the POM is here inside this. Okay, so it will search for POM and it asks me for the goal. So that's mean. So if you know that from here, I need to give like Maven clean and Maven test, right? In my Eclipse, the same way I have to do here also. So I will give here clean. So it will clean my project and I will say install. Okay, so it will clean the project and it will install it and then it will test all my my test. So this is an automated way through which we can go ahead and we can do our testing on the Jenkins server. So it gives me an advantage that is, if whenever like any git commit is done, in that scenario, my all the test cases will run automatically. And it also give me an advantage. Let's say like I am on a holiday, but I want on Saturday and Sunday my test should run. Even I'm at my home, but in office my test should run. So this comes very handy, right? And because every time when I'm committing, my like my tests are getting running, I'm making sure that my quality is intact. I'm not skipping the test if I'm making some changes in the code. So that is the advantage of a Git from the UI testing perspective. Okay, so Git is sorry, Jenkins is not just for testing. Jenkins is for the complete pipeline which I have shown you. Okay, from here, from code commenting to deployment, all the work of the this work can be handled through Jenkins. So UI testing at the end is just a one part of Jenkins, but we should know about that, how it is done, so that if someone will ask us if you can configure Jenkins for your Selenium project, so we should know about that. Okay, so I'm clicking on save here. So we have done this 2 to 3 changes. There are many other things which we can do in Jenkins. I'm not going to in detail. For example, we can also configure plugins for the email. So whenever we want that, my tests get run, and if they are successful, it will send an email to a lead, or it will send an email to a manager, and then only we can go ahead and do the further testing. So those kinds of things happen, and you will see that these kind of things happen in the real projects also. Most of the time what we do from the master branch, we run the smoke test, okay, through the Jenkins. So whenever any deployment is done, let me show you the graph. Okay, for example, I've in the UI testing, I have hooked the smoke test with the Jenkins. So what happened that whenever anything is done by the developer team, if they are committing a code, if it's building, and then there is a unit test and integration test happen, then there's release and deployment, anything happen from their side, if they deploy anything, after that the UI testing, goes on. Okay, and the once the UI testing get finishes, whether it's a smoke test or whether it's a sanity test, once it get finishes, it there is an email which goes to a lead that smoke test ran fine, and now deployment has been done. Everything is done from the dev side. Now you can start your other testing. It might possible instead of smoke test, I can directly give my regression test or path of the regression test. Then it will run the complete regression test as soon as it get deployed. Okay, and it also depend upon your strategy, that whether you are doing your test here with the system and integration testing, or you are doing your test after the deployment. So it's all depend, how you have cycle your test. It all depends how your test you have created. It may possible you are creating the integration test also, or maybe the API testing also, which is a responsibility for QA, which I have seen sometime. So in that case, you can run your test here also, and you can run after test case after deployment also. Okay. All right. So okay. So like as soon as what it has done, it has started my building the project. Okay. Let me just cancel it once. I just want to show you one more thing before we go further. Okay, I have canceled it. Uh, Demo 3. Let's go to configure pack. Okay. So see, we have to make sure the polling period which we have given. So it is polling in every 2 minutes. I can change this polling period also. Okay. I can make it 5 minutes. I can make it like in every hour or every 5 hours or every 10 hours. It all depend upon me. There are many other things also given. It says like build periodically. Okay. So here I can set a schedule in the same manner. It's like I want every Saturday, Sunday, I want to my, this build get run for my Selenium jobs. So this will get run at that point of time also. Okay. But I don't want that. And now I will click on save. Okay. So this is it. Now, what I have to do, there are two ways through which I can run my build. I am on demo 3 project. I can click on build now. So as soon as I click on build now, it will say build a schedule. And after that, my build will start running. You see, my build will start running. Okay. Let me cancel this one more again. I want to show you one more way through which the build can be run. All right. Now, if you know that in my project, okay, if I make any changes, let's assume I am making some change here. Okay, I'm saving it. You know that as we have already, going through this example before, we have created a Maven project, and if we make any changes, it will go into unstaged area, right? Okay, so I make it in a stage area. I will just copy that into stage area. Okay, and I will give here commit for Jenkins, and I will do commit and push. So what will happen? This will commit the code into Git. Okay, it will go to Git, and once it goes to Git, after that, my Jenkins will poll. So it is polling in every 2 minutes. So if my Jenkins is polling in every 2 minutes, and if it finds something has been changed here, it will start automatically one build. Okay. So if you see here, it says pending, right? It's trying to poll, right? So as soon as something come here, it will start my job. All right. See, it has started the job. So at this time now we will, we will not cancel it. Let it be run and then we will see the output. If you want to see the live output, you can just click on this. It will show us the live output and there is a console output also. We can go here. If you see whatever we do through the Maven project, it is happening from here. Okay. So it is going through all the life cycle which we have talked about earlier. Okay. And after that, you see it is now going to the test life cycle. It has already, going through the compiler lifecycle, resource plugin lifecycle. Now it started my test and it's running the test suite. All right, so this was the dummy test cases which I have written. It is running everything. It says test run 6, failure 0, error 0, skipped 0. So it is showing me that test engine results to me. Okay, all right, it says build success. So that's mean my all test cases get passed. Okay, now if we go back to Jenkins to our dashboard. Okay, in demo 3, I think still it's running something. So we will just wait. Okay. So if you see there, there is an option called test results. And why this option comes up? Because we have a plugin, right? For the test results. If we click on this test results, it will show me the test results. If I click on that, it show me the complete, my complete report. Okay, if I go to my package, it will give me my class 1, 3 test case pass, total 3, skip 0, fail 0. And if you see, this is an HTML file. So I can always go to this, this folder and I can copy this HTML file. Okay, now one more thing that when we say that when we install the Jenkins, where it get installed. So for that, you have to go to C and then your user folder. Okay, you have to go into your profile and the .jenkins, if you click on that, this is the folder. This is the folder which get created when you install the Jenkins. So if in case you forget the password or something which you want to tweak, you can do that here. Okay. So if you see there, there's a user folder also. I have created two user, admin and test. Okay. So you can get all the details and you will see there's a workspace folder also. If you go to workspace, this is the project which we have created, that is demo 3. If you see that everything whatever was there has been copied here also. Okay, you can go to target and you can even get the reports from here. So the reports which we have shown on the Jenkins, everything is under this folder. Okay, but try to understand that this is something which we are doing locally on our PC. But in the normal scenario, when you are working in a company, Jenkins will not be on your computer. It will be an enterprise Jenkins, and you have to work with the enterprise Jenkins. In that, we don't have to install like the way we have given the path of Java, Maven in the Jenkins. We don't have to do that. It's automatically given there. What you have to do, you have to just set up your job. So from the step where we have set up the job here from new item, this is the only item which you have to do. And sometime there is a team which do that and they ask you information that, for example, if they are creating a test project, okay, They ask you the information, that what are the information you want to put in this form. So you should know that what is the information I need to put this form, and what is my Git URL, and what is the ID and password of my Git URL. So that is the information you have to give to them. But before you give to them, you can always go ahead, download the Jenkins on your computer like we did, and give from it and see everything is working fine. If everything is working fine on your computer, then only give them to that information to that team who is has installed the enterprise Jenkins. Okay. And if in case in your company you don't have the enterprise Jenkins, and this is you are the admin and you are controlling, then you can do that on your computer, because now you already know that how the Jenkins work. Okay, so just remember this information. This will be helpful in your interview also. There are many more things which you can do with Jenkins. So, you can just explore this tool. This is very popular tool nowadays. So one is Bamboo, one is Jenkins. These two are two most important tools which are very popular in the DevOps. Okay, they use this tool day in and day out. So just explore this tool. Try to run your Selenium jobs through the Jenkins through an automated way instead of running through your Eclipse. Try to do that, and yeah, I'm very sure that once or twice you will try that, it will be very easy for you. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please click on like button and you can share it with your friends. All right, thank you.